आज आम्ही स्मरण करूया आणि गोवा विद्याप्रसारक मंडळाच्या ह्या आयच्या ह्या समारंभात तुमचे सगळ्यांचे पुन्हा एकदा मना काळजांतल्यान स्वागत करता आणि आजच्या मुखेल सोयऱ्याची ओळख करता. आजच्या समारंभाक आमकां लाभल्यात मुखेल सोयरे म्हणल्यार दोतोर शिरीश बोरकार. बोरी गांवांत तांचो जन्म जालो. तांचें पूर्व प्राथमीक शिक्षण बोरी गांव आनी पंचवाडी हांगा जालें आनी मागीर वास्को. तांणी आपले मॅट्रिकेचें शिक्षण म्हणजे 10वी पर्यंतचें शिक्षण रेजिना मुंडी हायस्कूल चिखली हांगच्यान घेतलें. उपरांत चौगुले कॉलेज पार्वतीबाई चौगुले कॉलेज मडगांव हांगच्यान 1982 वर्सा तांणी 12वीची परीक्षा पास करतकच वैजकी महाविद्यालयांत प्रवेश घेतलो. 1986 वर्सा तांणी गोवा वैजकी महाविद्यालयांतल्यान MBBSची पदवी मेळयली. ताज्या उपरांत तांणी फुडलें शिक्षण MS इन जनरल सर्जरी हे 1991 ह्या वर्सा पुराय केलें. ताज्या उपरांत तांकां फुडें शिकपाचें आशिल्लें म्हणून ते मुंबय गेले आनी तांणी MCHची डिग्री 1994 वर्सा घेतली. डिप्लोमॅट इन नॅशनल बोर्ड DNB कार्डियाक सर्जरी फ्रॉम नॅशनल बोर्ड ऑफ एक्झामिनेशन न्यू दिल्ली ही तांणी 1994 वर्सा पास केली. दोन 2000 वर्सा तांकां USAची बर्मिंगहम युनिव्हर्सिटीची फेलोशीप प्राप्त जाली. ताज्या उपरांत तांणी वेलिंग्टन हॉस्पिटल न्यूझीलंड हांगा 2000 ते 2003 पर्यंत चीफ रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कार्डियाक सर्जरी विभागांत काम केलें. तांकां तांचें चित्त आनी तांचें देशप्रेम आनी राष्ट्रप्रेम भायर कशेंच रावूंक दिना जालें. भारत मातेची ओड तांकां परती भारतांत घेवन आयली आनी ते भारतांत आयले. भारतांत येतकच तांणी कन्सल्टंट कार्डियाक सर्जन म्हणून खुबशा मुंबय हॉस्पिटलांनी लिलावती, हिंदुजा, ब्रिश कँडी, नानावटी आनी होली फॅमिली हॉस्पिटल हांगा काम केलें. ताज्या उपरांत चीफ कार्डियाक सर्जन आनी एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर इन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कार्डियोवस्क्युलर अँड थोरॅसिक सर्जरी कस्तुरबा मेडिकल कॉलेज फ्रॉम February 2009. Worked as a chief consultant cardiac surgeon at Seven Hills Hospital, Visakhapatnam. हे सगळें करता आसतना तांणी आपल्या मायभुंये कडली नाळ तोडली ना. ते एप्रील 2013 गोंयांत आयले. गोंयांत येवन तेन्नाचे गोंयचे मुखेलमंत्री भौमानेस्त मनोहर पर्रीकर हांणी तांकां उभारी दिली, प्रोत्साहन दिलें आनी गोंयांत एक अध्यावत असो कार्डियोवस्क्युलर थोरॅसिक सायन्सीस सेंटर हें तांणी स्थापन केलें. हें सेंटर बरेंच नामनेचें जालें आनी बरेंच व्हड जालें. तें कळटा कित्याक खुबशीं काळजाचीं ऑपरेशनां थंय जातात. अशें हे हृदयरोग तज्ञ शिरीशबाब बोरकार हांणी स्थापन केल्लें हें सेंटर आशियांतलें पयल्या 3 नंबरांत लागता. म्हणून म्हाका तांचो अभिमान दिसता. एक गोंयकार ह्या नात्यान गोंयांत येवन येदें व्हडलें कार्य करप ही एक व्हड गजाल. तांकां खुबशे अवॉर्ड्स फावो जाले. सगळें वाचिना, चड वेळ जातलो. तांकां खुबशे अवॉर्ड्स पारितोशिकां फावो जाले. तांणी कितलेश्याच प्रकाश झोतांत आशिल्ल्या जांकां आमी लुमिनरीज म्हणटा अशा सेलिब्रिटींचेर सर्जरी केल्या. तांचें कार्य अफाट, तांच्या कार्याक शीम मेर ना. 16,000 काळजाच्यो शस्त्रक्रिया, 5,000 भुरग्यांच्या काळजाच्या दुयेंसाचेर आनी काळजाचेर शस्त्रक्रिया, 3,000 बाकीच्यो शस्त्रक्रिया, अश्यो मेळून जवळ जवळ 24,000 शस्त्रक्रिया करून काळजां उगडपी मनीस आमचे मदीं आसा. दोतोर, तुमी आमच्या काळजांत आसा. आमचे काळीज उगडपाक आमी तुमचेच कडेन येतले तेन्ना कदाचित आमी दिसत. अशें हे कार्यकुशल, आपल्या कार्यांत फिशालकाय जोडिल्ले गोंयचे सुपूत, बोरी गांवचे एक प्रेमळ व्यक्तिमत्व आमचे मदीं तांचे सगळें काम कुशीक काडून आज आमचे मदीं आसात आनी तुमचे मुखार दवरपाक म्हाका खूब आनंद जाता. दोतोर शिरीश बोरकार. दोतोर शिरीश बोरकाराची वळख करून तुमकां दिली. तांणी खुबश्या जाणांची काळजां उगडल्या, काळजां धांपल्या. काळजांत कितें मेळ्ळां तांच्या तें तांकांच खबर. आमचें काळीज केन्ना उगडचें पडत सांगूं येना. पूण तरी आसतना तुमचे सगळ्यांचें पुन्हा एकदां गोवा विद्याप्रसारक मंडळाच्या वतीन, म्हजे वतीन आयच्या ह्या कार्यक्रमाक स्वागत करता आनी म्हजी 2 उतरां थांबयता. धन्यवाद. देव बरें करूं.
Thank you, sir, for your appreciation. No matter the season is what the season is, flowers always make us feel happy, calm and refreshing. To make this occasion more happier, I request Teacher Mayuri to present a floral bouquet to our chief guest, Shirish Borkar. A rose to President, GVM's General Body, Sri Bhaskar Khandeparkar. A rose to Chairman, GVM's Working Committee, Sri Krishna Shetty. A rose to Vice Chairman, GVM's Working Committee, Sri Ashok Nagvekar. A rose to Treasurer, GVM's Working Committee, Sri Prabhat Chikerkar. A rose to Member of GVM's Working Committee, Sri Deepak Gaukar. A rose to Secretary, GVM's General Body, Sri Ajit Kedkar. A rose to Headmistress of ADD Almina High School, Mrs. Santana Pinaro Icolaso. May I now request President of GVM's General Body, Sri Bhaskar Khandeparkar, to guide us on this occasion with his inspiring words.
On this 113th Founders Day of Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal, I extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Shirish Borkar, a cardiothoracic surgeon. We were very lucky in the sense that I requested him that he should be garnering Dr. Dada Vidya's portrait now, because Dada Vidya was a life giver 100 years back and Dr. Borkar is a real life giver today. We are very grateful to you for accepting our invitation. I also extend my greetings to all the staff of Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal on this occasion. Today is also a 2nd of October birth anniversary of Shri Mahatma Gandhi and our Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. Well, we all know that 2nd October is important for us as a Founders Day and also as a Gandhi Jayanti. But I must tell you that Dr. Dadavaidya and Mahatma Gandhi were contemporaries, in the sense Dr. Dadavaidya was about 10-year-old when Mahatma Gandhi was born. So if you take their working period, they worked together. But as you say, great minds think alike. They never knew each other, never contacted each other. We all know Mahatma Gandhi because of his non-violence that has been stressed the most, and that through non-violence we got our India's freedom. But Mahatma Gandhi had economic theories also, and his economic theories he had suggested economic theories as to how India should grow. He suggested village republics, and what village republics he meant was that village has to be self-sufficient in all respects, and there should be Panchayati Raj, and it should be for only vital things, it should depend on other aspects. Well, we are not practicing it. His other economic theory was trusteeship, which is very important for us. You see, in those times there were two systems. One was communist, wherein everything belongs to the state, and capitalist, where everything was in the hands of private person, a businessman. But Mahatma Gandhi suggested this trusteeship idea. And under the trusteeship, what Mahatma Gandhi said was that an individual person is entitled to create wealth. A businessman can do business, make profit, and create enough wealth. But he put a restriction in the sense that wealth you should not consider as your wealth, but you have been appointed as trustees by the God Almighty to take care of this wealth, which you will distribute amongst the poor and spend it for the welfare of the mankind. He said that whatever that you require for your personal benefit, you can keep for yourself, and rest of the amount which you earn should be spent on welfare measures. And this is what precisely Dr. Dadavaidya did. He earned enough money as a doctor, was rich, but he did not use it for his personal benefit. By using money for himself, the rest of the money he entitledly gave away in charities. And this GVM is one of the products because of his charities. The kind of trusteeship that Mahatma Gandhi enunciated much later was practiced by Dadavaidya much earlier, and we are a product of that welfare measure. It is not only this Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal that Dadavaidya supported. He did so many other things in industry, in pharmaceuticals, and even for starting a Mangalore tile factory, a power loom. I wouldn't go into all this. But what I'm saying, that this trusteeship idea was practiced by him before Mahatma Gandhi enunciated it, and we are the product of that measure of Dadavaidya. Similar things is done by Tata Sons. Tata earns a lot of money, but it comes to Tata Sons, and Tata Sons spends that money for the welfare measures. They have created Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, the Tata Hospital. I don't have to tell you, so many measures that they have taken is due to basically this trusteeship theory. And I must also tell you that, and now the world over, everybody is talking of karma. You know, karma is an ancient Indian tradition wherein it is said that if you do something good without any expectation, you get in return much more, sometime in future. But you should not expect that. You do your good karma and leave the rest to the God. And I can give an example. See, with a small school that we started at AGD Almeida High School in 1911, it has grown to this size because of the good karma of so many people who have worked together in so many capacities. Take the example of AGD Almeida High School. The name. This AGD Almeida High School name was given by Dr. Dada Vaidya because Dr. Almeida fought for the rights of the Hindus in Portuguese Parliament and restored their rights to start their institutions in Goa. That is the reason you have Almeida High School, you have Mushti Fund, you have Nyan Prasarak, you have one in Margao. Nobody remembers Dr. Almeida in the rest of the Goa except in Ponda. In fact, it should have been his role should have been projected all over Goa. That has not happened. But Dr. Dada Vaidya named our school Almeida, and Dr. Almeida, who was a Portuguese parliamentarian who went on to become the president, had never seen Goa, did not even know that there is a school here named after Anton Suzeda Almeida. But as law of karma, I said it, that if you do a good karma, you get good returns sometime in the future. And similarly, after 50 years, when Vasant Silva passed by Ponda, he saw this name AGD Almeida School, and he was curious that how this name could come to a place in Ponda. He got up, came to the school, found out about the details of the school, and then acquired rest of the property. And the Almeida High School that you see today is the building constructed by our last governor of Goa, Vasant Singh. So the law of karma has played its role. The name which was given, which was not to his knowledge, it was given as a good gesture for the work that Dr. Almeida did in Portuguese Parliament by Dr. Dada Vaidya. And after Dada Vaidya's passing away, we got a school. I will finish by quoting another incident, a recent incident. Why I am telling you, continue doing good karma, and there is no looking back for Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal. You see, I am a very positive thinker, so whatever that happens, I interpret it positively. Recently, a thing which could never have happened. President of India, Draupadi Murmu, you see, it must have left your mind. It is not a small thing for the commander of Indian Armed Forces, 10 lakhs armed forces, the parliament, the supreme head of armed forces, the number one citizen of India, Draupadi Murmu. When she was passing by our campus, she stops her cavalcade, comes down the car, and comes into our campus. We don't even have a board there. Some students were there. You imagine, she has passed so many other educational institutes. People wave her wherever she goes. But when few students were waiting at the gate, waving at her, she stopped her cavalcade, which you cannot do even as per the security protocol. But I interpret it as a karma that we got a presidential visit without even asking for it. This, mind you, this is not a small thing. You can't even get her, if you go to Delhi and if you ask that she should be coming here and visiting our school for some date, I don't think you will ever get that visit. We had it in the past when Jail Singh came, but it was because of Gopal Singh intervened on our behalf. But an institute like in Goa, and it was not part of her agenda. She saw the students, came out of the car, her cavalcade cars were stopped. She entered, mixed with the students. She's not supposed to mix because wherever she goes, that area has to be sensitized before she goes. And even the person who wishes her are first approved by the security agencies. Now, this I interpret as a karma for the things our staff and all others connected with GVM do. And on this occasion, I wish that we continue to do this, and the law of karma will take its role, and we will reach greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us on the ideologies of Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Dada Vaidya, and also emphasizing importance of karmic theory in our life. We are privileged to have a distinguished chief guest, Dr. Shirish Borkar, eminent cardiothoracic surgeon. We are waiting full of ebullience to listen to your motivational words, sir. May I now request you, sir, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. It's been a great honor to be standing here in front of you on this occasion of 113th Founders Day of this great institute of Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal. It's really an honor. I have addressed many gatherings, but this is unique. Respected dignitaries on the dais, chairman of the GVM's working committee, Sri Krishna Shetty, Sri Bhaskar Khandeparkar, president of GVM's general body, and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. When I mentioned that this is a unique gathering that I am addressing, in the past, I've spoken to students in the school, I've spoken to the parents of the students in the school, but this is the first time I'm talking to the teachers of a school in such a large number. They have participated as a part of the other gatherings, but this is only teachers and other staff. So this, in that sense, it is unique, and I'm greatly honored. Mind you, I also belong to the same community of teachers. I'm a professor at Goa Medical College, so I am one of you, addressing you, which is not a very easy task. The institution has such a great background. You have produced so many luminaries. It's a continuous process. In the names that were mentioned, I don't know whether Padma Shri Bakibab Borkar's name was mentioned and Ravindra Kerekar's names were mentioned. These are all the diamonds that have been polished in this very institute, and they have given the light to the whole of the nation, and that too in the literary field, which is the most important part that we forget. I'll give you an incident why I talked about the language, brought the language into my talk. Just to begin with, I'm a doctor by profession, so I would be talking more about health. But as I was talking just now to Mr. Khandeparkar, I just told him about my past. My mother was a nurse in health services, so she used to get transferred all over. And I was the last of the siblings in the family, so I used to tag around with her. So basically I started my school in Borin. My all initial schooling has been in government primary schools. First it was in Borin, then it was in Panchavadi, then it was in Chikalim. When I passed my 4th standard, I used to stay in Chikalim, very close to Regina Mundi High School. So my father said, you should not go anywhere far for schooling, so we will try and get you admission in Regina Mundi High School. We tried everything. But I'll tell you honestly, the school refused giving me admission because they thought I would not know English. I think that was a fortunate thing for me. My father knew the principal of municipal high school, that is the only municipal high school in this state, and there my journey started. They did not ask me whether I knew English, and I was not at all interested whether I knew English or no, because I was too young to decide on the language part then. And there my foundation was laid for the further career. My father and my brothers never gave up, because that time I had to walk all the way from Chikalim to Vasco for school. Transportation was not easy, So he thought it is too much to travel. So ultimately, Regina Mundi gave me admission in 7th standard. So I do give credit for that as well, because from then on, my education took a next step, next level at Regina Mundi, and probably what I am speaking today in English is because of Regina Mundi. I don't know about that. But we discredit our language, our mother tongues, Marathi, Konkani, so very easily. And the schools lay so much stress on this. Again, I was talking about today, great schools are made by teachers, true. But in the modern era, the great schools are made by great students because they are screened before even born. The teachers are, the parents are interviewed. So I don't know what is greatness about that. I always say, a blind person needs assistance, not I have my friend Dr. Ugam here, who is an ophthalmologist. A person who has vision doesn't need the path to be shown, and that is the role of a teacher. We are in a great profession. When I say we, I included, I'm also a teacher. There cannot be, I rate 3 professions highest in this universe. And the topmost of that is the teacher. The next is the security personnel, whether it is army, whether it is police, or anybody who guards you. And the last is my other profession, that is a doctor's profession. These 3 professions, you cannot gauge them by wealth. I find it very funny when a patient goes to a doctor and he asks for his fees. I have never done that. I have never quoted my fees because I thought it would be too mean on me to gauge my skills by telling what it should be its worth. You cannot measure teacher's worth or a security personnel worth or a doctor's worth. If I operate on Ambani, what would you say? Or if I operate on a poorest person in this country, what would you say? It is same operation I have done on both. So these things cannot be measured by wealth. So I never price for my skills. It is for others to judge how good a teacher is. A teacher is something like one of the poems of Rabindranath Tagore, I will say, which in short says, as one son asked, this is the summary of that poem, when I go down at night, who would be throwing light on this earth? He looked at all the stars, all of them put their head down. Then one of a small lamp, Panditi we call it, she came. Yes, she put her hand up. The one who will guide the people on this earth. And that is what a teacher is doing. Any other profession, it is touching few people. As a teacher, you are laying foundation for the future of this universe. Teacher, whether you are in India, Goa or anywhere, teacher is a teacher. So they decide the future of the universe, not only of the country or the house. So let us not compare ourselves as a teacher to any other profession because it is incomparable. It cannot be compared in wealth. So I once again congratulate each and every teacher of this institution who has brought this institute thus far. I won't forget the staff, other ancillary staff, because what is the use of having a wonderful Mercedes car and if there are no tires? So you need to have every part for a good journey. So every person of this institute has contributed to the success and making of this brilliant students who have been named, but I'm sure there are very lot of unnamed students who are doing equally well in their profession and contributing to the growth of society. As a doctor, just 2 days back, we celebrated World Heart Day. So I'm coming to the marma khatagalta tha. So what is this World Heart Day? It is the day has been commemorated by World Heart Federation, which is it was a semi-autonomous body, not a World Health Organization body, which saw that heart ailments are growing and we need to create awareness in the population. So small group got together and they started spreading the message of heart health. And 29th of September happens to be that day when they decided that they should do it all over the world and spread a message of how to keep your heart healthy. I won't go into much of details about that since I have opportunity to address a gathering of people who are in the zone of having acquired heart related problems. You do have heart problems which are from birth. So this what I am telling is about acquired heart problems. That could be valve related problems or commonly what is understood by everybody, that is coronary artery disease, which gives heart attacks. You know, externally when you look at a person, all of us look healthy. It is, you can't make out what is happening inside. Literally, two organs never sleep. One of them is heart, and it works at equal pace whether you are in deep slumber or otherwise. It does race when you are racing. The other organ is lung. If either of them stops, then it's the end of the story. Even the brain almost slows down in deep sleep. It is at a very, very, very slow rate. That's why I said too, because Dr. Ugam may object to my statement, so I'm correcting it there. Every organ is alive, but they don't work as much as heart is working. That is why people have a misunderstanding. They come and ask me, Dotor, maka kaळजाक block asa. Haवें कितें करपाचें? हांव कामाक वचपाचें. So then I tell them, till yesterday you were working, no? And you know a lot of people who have died in their sleep because of heart attack. So you don't need to do strenuous work only to get a heart attack, because it is working all the time, so you can get heart attack at all the time. So you need to take care of the heart all the time. That is the most important part of it. How do you take care of the heart? Why I am talking to this gathering is for two reasons. I told just now that you are responsible for the future of this country. So what we talk, what we do is exactly copied by our students, especially in 1st to 4th standard. So the primary teachers are the most important foundations laying people for the citizens of the universe. So whatever you do in this first up to the age of 8 years, they absorb like a sponge. They look minutely. One example I will give you. We say corruption, corruption, corruption everywhere. But who teaches corruption? It is we who teach them corruption. They don't learn corruption. Like I will give a small example. Your son comes and asks, Baba, as a picture आयला, शाहरुख खानाचे पहिलो शो आसा, बरें आसा, सगळे लोक सांगतात, पण तिकेटी मेळना खंय. तर बाबा कितें म्हणटा, ना ना, तूं कितें काळजी करता, तिकेटीचे फोन काडटा, अरे म्हाका 4 तिकेटी धाडून दी. अरे देन हिज फ्रेंड सेज, अरे फ्रेंडाक सांगता तो, तूं पिक्चराक येता, तो सांगता तिकेटी मेळना, ना म्हजो बाबा अरेंज करून दितलो. सो यू हॅव ऑलरेडी लेड अ बीज ऑफ करप्शन इन दॅट very innocent mind. Second thing, चॉकलेटी खावपाक और मोबायल घेवपाक कोण शिकयता? आमकां वेळ ना म्हणून आमी मोबायल काडून हातान दितात. मागीर दोतोराक घेवन सांगता, दीसभर तो मोबायल घेवन आसता, चॉकलेटी खाता. आमकां हेंच रेग्युलर भुरग्यांचें. दोतोर तो चॉकलेटी मागता, आयस्क्रीम खाता. शिकयलें कोणें? आमी. वी एडल्ट्स आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ऑल द misdeeds in the society. So we need to change. Children will automatically change. So when I talk to you in this August gathering of all the teachers, and we are also parents, it is important that we guide them and we ourselves practice what we preach. So the first thing to take care there are 5 things in managing the heart. One is, first and the most important thing is the good lifestyle. Lifestyle is a very, very broad terminology. So, first, today everywhere there is a stress. How do you make a stress-less life? You have to learn to accept the realities. I'm telling you today, biggest stress, if anyone has, is a mobile phone. Angayalo, signal na. Signal na dala kiti dala. Nothing goes wrong. People have lived without signals for decades, centuries. But today, that mobile is becoming such a burden on the people that it is the most stressful instrument that has been devised, which is responsible for so many problems. I won't go into details of that. This is given as a small example how you create stress. Paus padla dala stress, padla na dala stress. What aila dala stress, what aila na dala stress. So you never know what you want. So you have to decide what you want. If your needs are clear, your stress is automatically reduced. So learn to live in a very simple way. That is very easier said than done. Then if you have got bad habits like drinking, smoking, that is part of lifestyle. You need to stop it. There is nothing called as less. People ask me, Doctor, thode pile jalar bare म्हणतात heart. Paper wine is good for health. आत्ताच्या हांव सांगता, there is a latest article in one of our renowned journals, Lancet, which says, no small is small. So, no little amount of alcohol is good for health. So, remember, whatever good, if somebody thought was good for heart, it is available in everything that we eat, which is good. Every good thing that we eat is available in those things. What people have interpreted is available in the wines. Now, about the wine, it is called as a French anecdote. Why wine was considered good for heart, I'll tell you in brief. There was a place in France where they did a study on heart diseases in France. They found that one of the areas of France had minimal heart problems. So they went backwards. Why they did not have heart problems? And they realized they used to drink wine. And that is how they thought that wine has been keeping their heart in good health. And that's how somewhere it was written that wine is good for health. Wine contains something called as antioxidant, which is available in anything and everything that we eat, which is good for health. So you don't need to take poison to get the beneficial effect of killing some microorganism. It is going to kill you along with that this thing. That is what alcohol. Smoke. Any amount of smoke, even passive smoking, is bad for health. One cigarette can create harm for you. And passive smoking gives 50%, as much as somebody is smoking, ill effects to the. So if you are in a company of a smoker, you are as good as smoking. So if you have a friend who is smoking, either you move away from him or you tell him to stop smoking. There are other drugs which are harmful, I won't go. So best is to live a healthy lifestyle, eating good food. Now when I said laying a good foundation, as a parent, we should be giving good food right from childhood. There are all lay articles that keep coming. Someday somebody says cholesterol is good for heart, somebody says cholesterol is bad for heart, somebody says 200 is good, somebody says 400 is good. Do not go by these numbers. These numbers are reference points. Good and bad is not to be decided by WhatsApp University, it is to be decided by doctors. It is a relative thing for each and every patient. So yesterday only somebody, nowadays this question answer session goes on WhatsApp. Doctor, this is an article that has come in this thing, some laser cleans everything. So no need of bypass surgery and angioplasties. There is nothing 100% in modern science. There is a role of everything somewhere. It is not everything everywhere. So the experts decide on which therapy should be given where. And these numbers which are given, that cholesterol is good, coconut is good. Yes, we need to do a lot of work on coconut. But before actual scientific result come, we should not start. आता coconut is good म्हणजे फक्त कोकणात न्हावपाचे खावपाचे पिवपाचे असे जावपा जायना. So you have to be very, very moderate in do everything in moderation. Example to explain this, we give medicine. Example is insulin to treat diabetes. दिसांतल्यान 6 वेळा घेवचे पडटा, थोड्या 2 वेळा घेवचे पडटा आणि 40 युनिट आठवड्यात घेवपा पडटात. तर ठरले अरे ते डेली कित्याक घेवपाचे, एक दिसा 40 युनिट घेवया अशें म्हणून जायना. That same medicine which you are taking as 2 units becomes poison. So everything that you do has to be done in moderation. Whatever that has been created by the Almighty is for utilization. The food that is there. Then people ask me, मागीर ती साखरांनी कित्याक केल्या, ते तुपांनी कित्याक केला. Yes, use it with discretion. So good food, good habits. हांव गोंयान जन्माक आयला, पण म्हजे बरेच फ्रेंड हांव मेडिकल कॉलेजीन आसतना सुद्दां भायले आशिल्ले. And one of them was Andhra. Again, I keep referring Dr. I'm sorry about that. Dr. DJS Abraham was our dean, and his son was my classmate. He is now in the US. He used to tell me, Shirish, in Goa nobody eats vegetable, only fish curry rice. And that is the truth. Today, if you ask anybody, dal, mandala, shitakali, kushin kadanotara, I don't know, things are changing in Goa as well. But we need to have vegetable proteins as well. I don't eat non-veg, so I won't go into that because there are all controversial statements I'll keep making. So along with vegetarian and non-vegetarian food, there should be adequate amount of greens in our this thing. Actually, good diet is adequate, which is starting your breakfast with greens, lunch with greens, and your dinner with greens. This is how your diet should be. So lot of salads, raw salads, and when you cook your vegetables, they should be half cooked, not like us keep on boiling and make a broth out of it. So vegetables that are there should be half cooked, because those fibers are the ones which help in maintaining the milieu in the body, in not absorbing the sugar which is there in everything that we eat. Sugar, when you say I don't consume sugar, which is a wrong statement. Whatever you eat contains sugar. So that sugar which is there in those items does not get absorbed completely, so you should have lot of fiber. So I say, people tell me, I take fresh juice. No juice. You should eat fresh fruits. The same fruit, because it contains fibers, it won't allow the sugars from that fruit to get absorbed. So complete fruit is important. The next thing that is, this thing is exercise. In Goa, which is a very, very unfortunate figure that I am going to give. Yesterday I gave a talk. In the 10 years that we have started this department, exactly 10 years, in February 2014 we did our first case, and now it is August of 2023. So in 10 years we have done about 14,000 angioplasties or operations in this Goa, which means for every 100 persons in Goa, there is one person who has undergone either bypass or angioplasty in last 10 years. I hope it is not the truth here. I know Konda Taluka people are much more healthy, heart healthy at least, if not otherwise. But that's a very, very scary figure, and it's nothing to be happy about. So we need to change all these things. So we had a talk yesterday on how to tackle this humongous problem, and the unfortunate part still is that most of my patients that I operate are in less than 50 years of age. When I was in the US or in any other Western countries, the age group that I operated was in late 70s, after 75. People ask me, Dr. ताका 70 वर्सां जाल्ली आसा, ह्या वयाक ऑपरेशन करपाचें, त्याच वयाक तें ऑपरेशन करपाचें, not at the age of 20 and 30. If you buy a new car and if you have to take it to the service center, in first 6 months that car has to be thrown out. You have to tell them this is not a good car. If it goes to the service center or a garage after 15-20 years, that's a good car. You can't say that was a bad car. The same way, our body, if it develops a problem at the age of 70 or 80, that's the best body. He has preserved it well. That's why it has reached there. So we need to exercise. Then they tell me, म्हज्या आजो हें सगळें खातालो ताजे 90 वर्सां पयलीं ताका कांयच जालें ना, ताका कांय एक गुळे पिसून घेतली ना. Yes, he ate everything, but today we eat everything that he ate and we do nothing that he did. We had to walk, they had to walk miles to come to market. I was in Boril, they had to come to market in Bethoda or somewhere, they had to walk across. There were not even good roads. As मातशें म्हाका बस स्टॉपार सोडटले, these are the questions asked. Late Mr. Manohar Parrikar made one announcement when he lowered the fuel prices. I hope I'm not taking too much time. He said, I am proud today I have reached every house of this state. I met him outside. I said, you have taken the heart disease to every house with your lowering of the prices. The next thing, recent government said that everybody has at least a two-wheeler. He has repeated the same statement what late Mr. Manohar Parrikar had said, which is not a good thing. I'm not saying that we should not own vehicles, but we should not be slaves of these modern gadgets, whether it is computer, whether it is laptop, whether it is mobile, whether it is TV. They are essential. Change is essential. We have to live with the modern this thing, but they are the accessories for use, not we should not become their accessories. And today that is what we are lacking, exercise. Then other people ask me, अरे तो इतलं बारीक असून ताका कशे हार्टाचे प्रॉब्लेम आयले. There is something called as you are having no fat outside, but when you open, there is all fat inside, because that fat gets deposited on most of the important organs, and this can be utilized only by doing exercises. So good exercise, 1 hour per day for every one of us should be kept aside. In 24 hours, I don't think 1 hour anybody can't spare. And when you do it, your children will follow you. Abroad, there are schools which start their curriculum, their day with an exercise. They start their day, not end their day. Before they start, after the assembly or just before the assembly, they have some games or sports, and then they come, they make them have small bite, have an assembly, and then they start their curriculum, school curriculum. That's a very good practice. Offices, they have, corporate offices, they have this system. Right from the CEO of a company to the lowest staff of the company, they play some game before they start their day in the office. So these are good practices. These should be followed. So good exercise. Now these 3 parts become the preventive aspect of the disease. Those who haven't got it will not get it. 90% of the heart problems are avoidable problems. Only 10%, even after doing all this, will get diabetes and heart problems. So if you want to be in 90%, you have to follow these 3 things religiously. Now, unfortunately, if you fall on another side, you have been detected with diabetes and all, then you have to be more strict. These 3 things will be required. The 4th thing comes into existence, and that is medicines. You have to be religiously taking your medicines. Many times people say, "माझी डायबिटीस आता कंट्रोल आसा, हांवें डायबिटीसाची वखदां घेवपाची बंद केली." Why your diabetes is under control? Because you have been taking medicines. Do not stop unless the doctor prescribes it. Any medication that has been given, you are under control because of those medicines and other things which are said, change of lifestyle, change of dietary habit and exercises. Because of that, in addition to that, this medication. So do not start treating yourself without consultation with an expert. And if still further the disease takes over, then you are advised either to undergo bypass surgery or angioplasty. That is the last thing of 5 things that you need to do for the heart problem. Now the last one is a very, very temporary one. Remember one thing, heart disease are not cured. They are only controlled. So unless you have a good control, you can't have heart operation every year. Just like you take tablet in the morning, afternoon, evening. They are in once or twice in a lifetime. You should have either angioplasties or this thing. Your aim should be not to have any of this thing. It's good enough to have Dr. Borkar as your friend, not as your doctor. So remain away from me as far as doctor is concerned. That is what my advice would be. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to me. I wish the school and the administration all the more success and another century of good students coming out and doing wonders for this nation. Especially we need brighter future. Thank you very much.
Embarking on a journey of success, language is not a barrier in the path of prosperity, and the role of a teacher is indeed incomparable. These were the words stressed by Dr. Shirish Borkar. And thank you, sir, for your valuable advice on keeping a good health, especially managing our heart. We would always treasure your words of wisdom, sir. As a gesture of appreciation and goodwill, may I now please request the President of General Body, Sri Bhaskar Khandeparkar, to present a memento to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Shirish Borkar. May it serve as a token of gratitude, reminding you of the profound admiration and respect we hold for you, sir. Be kind, be thoughtful, be genuine, but most of all, be thankful. May I now request the Vice Chairman of GVM's Working Committee, Sri Ashok Nagvekar, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Shirish Borkar, dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais. Today, we pay our deepest respects to the luminaries who envisioned a brighter future for the generations to come. Pranacharya Dr. Ramchandra Pandurang Vaidya, known by Dr. Dada Vaidya, Sri Sitaram Vishwambar Kerkar, and Sri Vinayak Ramchandra Bhatt Sarjoti ji. These exceptional individuals embarked on a mission of education on October 2nd, 1911, founded Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal, then known as Liga de Propaganda de Instrução em Goa, and A.J.D. Almeida High School, then known as Colegio Antonio Jose de Almeida. It was an auspicious day on the joyous occasion of Vijayadashmi. Their teachings and ideals continue to inspire us in our pursuit of knowledge and societal betterment. On this auspicious occasion of the Founders' Day celebration, of Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal, I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and appreciation. Today we come together to remember and pay tribute to the visionaries who laid the foundation of this esteemed institution. It is indeed a momentous day as we also commemorate the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi and Lal Bahadur Shastri, coincidental on this day of 2nd October. Their legacy continues to inspire us, guiding our path towards enlightenment. We are honored to have Dr. Shirish Borkar as an eminent cardiothoracic surgeon as our esteemed chief guest today. Your presence here adds great significance to this occasion, and we are grateful for your valuable insights and encouragement. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks on behalf of the General Body of Goa Vidya Prasarak Mandal, led by Sri Bhaskar Khandebarkar, and working committee led by Sri Krishna Shetty, to everyone who has made this event possible. First and foremost, our gratitude goes out to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Shirish Borkar, for gracing us with your presence and sharing your wisdom with us. We also want to